Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed.
What's up, everyone? What's up? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's Labor Day was chill, was good. Mine was okay. Just a relaxing day. So I hope you guys had a good, relaxing day. How's everyone doing? All right, guys. I have quite a few videos for tonight. So I wanted to get started with that, right? Got a bunch of videos, so let's start reacting to shit, right? Let's start checking things out. Okay, so this is a video from a creator, Ashley Dalton. I've seen her video like once or twice before. I didn't particularly care for it that much, but let's say this. Kendra G she's really hating people that reacts to her videos, right? She really, really hates that people react to her videos. So she is trying to copyright strike people that react to her videos. So, I do have a backlog of videos that I've reacted to, and I upload them. So let's see if she's gonna do anything to those videos. But I might as well just check other videos. Since I don't want to deal with her. I mean, like, she hates people that react to it, fine. Whatever. I mean, it's her videos, it's her thing, so she does what she wants. So I'm going to move on, check out other things, see if you guys like it, see if I like it. I mean, this woman, she had a few videos that wasn't anything special, but who knows, right? Maybe she'll grow on me. It's more about, reacting to the callers, these women that are going on trying to talk about dating and whatever. So that's the main thing. So why not, right? All right, so let's get started. Let's check this one out.
Hey girl.
Hey girl, hey, how you doing?
I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm good. Do you consent to be on the live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty, what brings you up tonight?
Okay, so I'm talking to this 39 years old dude, right? I'm 29. He's 39.
Okay.
And so we was riding together a few days ago because I had to go and pick him up. And then all of a sudden he had put on a video with Marcus Houston when Marcus Houston was talking to this 18 years old. I don't know if you guys remember that story a few years ago with Marcus.
That's his wife, I think. His current wife is younger.
Yes. So he gonna put on that video in the car about how it's nothing wrong with older men talking to younger women because we're more fun, we're more beautiful. And I just felt some type way.
You're going in and out. Your sound is going in and out. I don't know if it's
Yo, McCoy, my brother. It's been a while. It's been a while. I hope you've been doing well.
where you're standing. Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Okay, we can.
The Kendra G get hotter. Yo, Gear, what's up? So, I said this in the beginning that I'm trying to do something else. This is not Kendra G, right? This is someone else. I am trying to steer away from Kendra G videos because she is really hating people reacting to her work, right? Reacting to her videos. So it is what it is. She's copywriting strike people that react to her videos. So I'm just trying something else, trying something different. This is a woman that's kind of copying that formula, so I'm checking it out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So
Good, bro. McCoy, good that you're on the grind. Amazing. I love it.
oh yeah, my question is what is your advice to that? Because he's gonna put on that video about the Marcus Houston and the 18 years old girl, and I'm just like,
But he's
why is
dating
you
you.
playing why is you even listening to it?
So is he implying that he
Yeah,
wants to
he's
date
dating.
someone? He wants to date someone 18 years old? That's what he's implying, you think?
No, the video was just saying about how older men should date younger women in their 20s. And so I felt some type of way because I'm 29 and I'm like, he's 39. So I'm like, are you just talking to me because I'm 29 or I'm 20 something? Because he met me when
I mean, that was stupid. I don't know why the guy would do that, right? Why would he play that kind of video? It's idiotic. I mean, he's already dating her. It seems like he's already dating her. So it's really idiotic.
I was like 28.
The wall approaches.
So I just felt
What's up, Evil Eddie? From an older man, younger. From an older man, younger, or just for fun. It's not that serious. Yeah, I can see that. For me, usually I don't date women that extremely young because it's for me it's like I don't have the money for it. I don't have the pockets for it. So, I just find it like not worth the headache.
some type of way. Like, do you think that's a red flag? Because yeah.
No, I don't know that. I think 29, almost 30, being with 39, that's not too bad. I don't think that's too bad. No.
Okay.
But still, let's ask the chat. Hold on. Let's ask the chat. Chat, what do we think? Is this a red flag? Is this a problem? What do we think, chat? Someone says they're saying they're confused, Alyssa.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that he was watching a video on YouTube about the Marcus Houston. The Marcus Houston was dating an 18 years old girl a couple years ago. And then on the video, the guy in the video was like, okay, older men should date younger.
So for me is like how I see this, right? With younger women, where I don't necessarily go for it because I feel like I would have to compensate for the youth, right? So for me, if I'm dating a woman that's close to my age, we are pretty much equal. I mean, like, I'm not, you're not giving me your youth, so I wouldn't be. I would hold better to my boundaries, right? I would hold better to my boundaries. If I'm dating, let's say I'm dating a woman that's 21, I feel like, okay, I get it. I'm an old man trying to date an extremely young woman. I feel obligated, right? That's my thing. I feel obligated to compensate for her youth.
Women, because younger women they're more fun, they're more beautiful, and older guys should always go for a younger woman. And I'm just like, why are you listening to this in my presence? Like, why are you listening to that video? So it made me kind of feel uncomfortable, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds like he only wants to date younger women. That's what that sounds like. He only wants a younger woman. So I guess, yeah. But I guess that's why he is with you. You are 29, so that's 10 years younger.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I just don't.
It's weird, but so what, right? I mean, a lot of women would date men purely because of security. Everything else is a plus, right? This is something that a lot of women gotta understand. So what? I mean, look at I find women weird in the sense, right, where they hate it when men have preferences, but they themselves will have preferences. Okay, great. He's dating you mainly because of your youth. Okay, so what? Most of the time, women would date men purely because of their wealth, purely because of their stability. It is what it is. It's weird that a lot of women think that, oh, men shouldn't have any preferences or be blunt with the preferences. Now, I would say yes, he really didn't need to do that, right? Seems like he's already dating her. So,
I want to feel like he's like,
McCoy, really? I don't really know. That younger, smells different in my opinion. Really? I don't know, bro. You're telling me. You are educating me. I don't really know. I haven't really dated women that much younger than me, so you're educating me.
trying to take away my youth, trying to take away, like, yeah. But yeah, that was just my opinion or whatever. I just want to ask you for your advice.
I mean, do you feel like he's taking from you? Do you feel like he's taking?
Fresh? Really? That's interesting. Really? I mean, I don't know. Is it evil? Is it Eddie? That's you think that's true as well? I don't really know. I mean, like, I think, let's say this, right? If I say sex, I don't think I've had sex with any woman more than 5 years younger than me, right? And I don't even think a woman is 5 years younger than me. So I think maybe 3. So I have never dated a woman drastically young. Okay, so I wouldn't know. So you guys are. Once you had it, you will know, bro. Wow, I'm like, okay, I did not know that. Now you guys got me curious. Now you guys got me fucking curious, man. I'm like, is that my brothers? Is that true? You guys think that too? Because really, the freshness. Wow, that's like, that's interesting.
Yeah, because the only thing he do is sleep. He just sleep. So after we be intimate, he go to sleep.
Science? Really? It's science, huh?
Yeah. After yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to cut him off. I'm giving him till May though, so his time is ticking. But I just want to ask you for your advice, Ashley.
All right, Alyssa, have a good night, darling.
She didn't even give her advice. This is why I don't really like how she's going, because I've seen this woman before. I don't really like how this woman goes about her content. It's very bland, right? Her content is very bland. This 12-minute video, right? 12-minute video. It's like a 4-minute clip in 12 minutes. Like she has 3 different women in this 12-minute. It's like, seriously, there's not much. She doesn't do a whole lot. That's why I don't particularly like her videos like that. So maybe I don't know. I'm just adding a little bit on the live just to see if, other people will like it or not. I don't know.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Y'all know y'all don't have to tell us everything, right? Y'all don't have to tell us everything. We don't need to know you showered after, you went to bed after. We don't need to know. And I don't think you're going to lose your youth, because 29 going into 30, now we stepping into the grown woman era, The other stuff is kind of, youth. That's kind of almost, not that you're not young anymore, but, our heyday is almost behind us.
Evil Eddie, my brother. You're watching me on Twitch as well. Yes. I'm trying to be on multiple platforms. I'm trying to spread the message, right? So you guys can help me. If you guys can help me as much as you guys could, I'll be grateful. Trying to spread the evil, the devil's doctrine. The advocate's doctrine.
So, not saying your youth is gone, you are still young.
That's why she sucks, right? She kind of sucks. She's kind of boring. But yeah, I think age gap relationships is nothing special, right? I think age gaps, I'm down with the evil. Sure thing. I love that, right? I love that. All right. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? It's kind of, she's very one-dimensional. She's not, even Kendra's very one-dimensional herself, but she has a bunch of, like, this is a thing where I would like to do Kendra's reaction, but Kendra is like, she's being a bitch, right? She's like, she's copywriting strikes the videos that, you know, the people that use her videos. So I don't know. Maybe I don't even do any of these things, but I don't know. But what do you guys think? All right, let's go to this one. I wanted to check this video out, right? I saw this video and I wanted to watch it out. I knew that LeBron made a school, right? I didn't know it was failing. So I wanted to check this video out, you know? You watch it with me, you guys. Let's react to this.
Almost exactly 7 years ago, LeBron James stood at this exact spot and opened his I Promise school. Arguably the greatest accomplishment in his entire career. He was lauded as a philanthropist, visionary, and a private citizen who stood up to do what the government wouldn't. It was universally celebrated as a success. But since then...
So for 3 years, not one child passed the state test in math, not one.
Principal of the LeBron James I Promise School in Akron has submitted her resignation following an allegation that she slapped an 11-year-old student.
A quote, death note was found on the school grounds, and that note found sometime last week had a list of names of teachers and students who work and attend the school.
The amount of tears that I saw from teachers that work there.
What's up, y'all? I'm Kip Kame 11, and I'm here in Akron, Ohio to find out, why is LeBron James's I Promise School failing? Well, to begin, we have to go back to 2004. Fresh out of Akron, Ohio, LeBron James let all the naysayers know that he was the truth. After a successful Rookie of the Year campaign and an $87 million Nike deal, LeBron was a far cry away from where he was even just a...
I agree. At least he's trying something for the community. I definitely agree with that, right? But you got to be careful who you hire in the school. This is a thing where, let me say this, right? Props to him for he's trying, but I think half-ass tries are not really that great, right? I think he fell into the position where he just threw money at something, right? It's like, here's a bunch of cash, go do what you got to do. It's like really no responsibility, no real effort, in my opinion. Just throw a bunch of cash. It's the low-hanging fruit.
Year ago. Still possessing a strong allegiance to Akron, LeBron founded the LeBron James Family Foundation as a 19-year-old, as a way to help out struggling children like him when he was growing up. As his career accolades and profile grew, so did his organization. In 2005, LeBron hosted his first annual bike-a-thon, with kids from Akron riding along with him, joined by NBA friends Carmelo Anthony and Dwayne Wade. He continued to provide steadily for his community and took it up a notch in 2011, where he started the I Promise initiative, a program that gave resources to underprivileged children in Akron in order to help them succeed with school. This would go from bikes to computers to even annual trips at amusement parks.
I love being in this program. It's life-changing.
After a few years, this initiative expanded to the I Promise School, as a way for kids who are at risk of flunking out and being claimed by Akron's tough environments, like LeBron almost famously was, to express themselves and be supported. It was a fantastic idea, and the first of its kind. There have been schools opened by celebrities before, like Deion Sanders' Prime Prep Academy, Will Smith's New Village Academy, and Kanye's Donda Academy, all with varying levels of success. LeBron's school, however, was different. It was a fully public school as opposed...
I did not know that. So all these schools that these celebrities open all failed? I mean, I'm not looking into the information, but so I hope that's correct. Or Dr. Umar's school just recently, like, it kaputs, right? I think the feds or whatever just went in and they said, you're done. No more trying to make a school anymore. I'm really disappointed, right? I don't understand. These are wealthy people, right? Dr. Umar excluded. These are wealthy people putting money into the community, yet why are they failing? I don't, this is what I'm trying to, understand. It's like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I think it's corruption. I think it's laziness. I think it's a whole lot of shit. I just don't understand where we constantly say we need money in the community and stuff like that, right? But it's like, there for years, decades, we have put money in the community. So why is it still failing? That's the thing where I think nobody's talking about. Nobody's digging in deeper. Okay? And I think there's something wrong where you have these are black principals, black teachers, black, I don't know, mayors, all these people that are in positions to help, positions to push the community forward, yet why is it failing? Why are things failing? Why are schools failing? Okay, what the formula is there, right? You see other schools, private schools, suburban schools. The formula is there. Yet, why are these schools failing? Then it's not about money.
A private school or academy, fully integrated into the Akron public school system, and
AI?
operated as such. Only that it's got over 100 of LeBron's game-worn shoes inside, and over $1 million a year in extra funding. This was history in the making. In a regular public school, LeBron James became the vice principal.
But seriously, in America, there hasn't been a large-scale project like this. One of the reasons being, I'd be remiss not to mention, is that LeBron is, again, a private citizen attempting to revolutionize schooling for lower-income families and children. What he's doing is venturing into uncharted waters. Not only has he opened a school, he's opened up transitional housing down the block from the school for families and parents of students who might be experiencing bouts of homelessness. There are 50 families here who prior to this had struggles with finding housing. This initiative right here gives them a home. Less than 2 blocks away from the I Promise school. There's also the I Promise apartments, geared for longer-term stay. Then there's House 330, where parents of kids are employed by the facilities to give them work.
I talked to some of the people there, and they had nothing but wonderful things to say about the foundation.
I was never accepted into LeBron Foundation. I don't think I would have known truly what to do in life.
There are schools out there that receive additional funding, but you're not gonna find them in America. You might find them in Japan.
This is a very nice school. What?
Or a private school. There's no place in America that's providing public school resources to a facility such as this, except for LeBron. So, what's the problem?
Well, for starters, we have to address what exactly it was that made I Promise so special in the first place. Beyond the grand name and media attention, there were genuine benefits that looked to be promising for children coming from different backgrounds. The inaugural principal for the school, Brandy Davis, an Akron native and 18-year veteran of Akron Public Schools, put it plainly in national news circuits. We are going to be that groundbreaking school that will be a nationally recognized model for urban and public school excellence. We are letting people know it is about true wraparound support, true family integration, and true compassion. Wraparound support, like a hug. That's one of the core tenets of the I Promise school. It's the vibe that LeBron James and his, family foundation were looking to cultivate. It's plastered everywhere around the school, and it's even the...
Now, I don't know this. I'm making assumptions, right? Assumptions, pure assumptions. I think a failure, a tenet, maybe a source of failure is that you are not pushing excellence. You're not pushing people to be excellent. You are catering to emotions, right? Like how you feel, it's like, to be honest, how's that? I mean, yes, they make them feel better, but how does that push them to excel? Maybe that thing. Celebrities and athletes often launch schools quickly without long-term feasibility studies, right? Okay, they underestimate operating costs, governance needs, and accreditation hurdles. And that's also a thing, right? These people just throw money into shit. But what I'm saying is that, you know what? It's the people that are behind it, right? You got the principals, you got the teachers, you got faculty. Why weren't these people, that's why I said, you have mayors, you have other officials. Why? Because this is like, you're putting money into the community, right? You want the community to succeed. So why wasn't so many people, right, that's around it, behind it, not pushing it to succeed? I don't understand.
First thing you see on the website, and also when you pull up to the school. The I Promise school was looking to create an environment where kids at school felt like they were at home, and that their teachers were family. This was accomplished in a multitude of ways. On top of the taxpayer funding that I Promise got as a part of the Akron School District, something for some reason that drew ire in the local press, there's about $1.5 million extra that the LeBron James Family Foundation provides for the I Promise school budget. Given its rather elaborate interiors and miscellaneous costs that came with new features, the foundation spent approximately $2 million in the school's inception. This extra spending goes for creating smaller class sizes for children, free bikes, hiring tutors for after-school programs, free breakfast, lunch, and afternoon snacks, as well as an on-site family resource center, which includes a food drive, GED education classes, and lawyer services for parents of the I Promise kids. Beyond that, there was a significantly longer school year from July to May, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., as well as 4 intervention specialists and an ESL teacher. All of this in Akron, home of one of the poorest school districts in the state. Then, of course, there are all the visits made by LeBron James, his shoes on the walls, and sometimes personalized messages and shout-outs from the king himself. To any kid, best school ever, right? The teachers thought so too.
I actually thought it was going to be amazing.
This is former I Promise school teacher Jessica Gerber, a 12-year veteran of Akron Public Schools, who started at the I Promise school in 2022. More on her later. The very first school year of the I Promise school started with much fanfare. I mean, after all, it was literally the LeBron school. Everyone and their mother wanted to know how it turned out. So much so that LeBron's media company, Spring Hill Productions, commissioned a documentary on the first year of the I Promise school. You can find it on YouTube. I highly recommend.
What's up? Totally awesome. What's up? I see that too. I wonder that.
Recommend it. It's an amazing watch. In the first few minutes, you can see there's a great amount of resources that truly do provide relief for families in serious need. It instilled hope in the family of those attending the school.
Who's gonna help him and stuff, with his problem, like with his reading, everything.
But now the issue. And the very big issue at that is actually educating the kids. The way that students from the I Promise School were selected was through a lottery consisting of second graders from the bottom 25% of achievement levels in Akron, those classified as academically at risk. The lucky 120, or technically 240 because it was 3rd and 4th grade for the first year, would get placed into the I Promise School and receive nice perks like free uniforms and more serious ones like jobs for parents. All of these children came with baggage, and a lot of it. It tended to be the reason even that they were low achieving. They weren't.
Now, maybe this will be harsh, right? Like, you know, McCoy said, right? If you push kids to excellence, they will quit. It is hard. It is hard when we have a society, right? This ain't a, as harsh as it is, this ain't a communist society, right? Where we try to make everyone as equal as possible. It's about merit, right? Excellence. We strive to produce excellence, right? We are a country with, you know, 6-figure people, millionaires, billionaires. We push excellence. It is, I think it's part of the capitalistic model that we have. Okay. And to be honest, again, when you have a school that's made up of the worst of students, sad as it is, right? These are students that are at the bottom of the totem pole, not just because of, yo, whiskey, what's up? Thank you. These are students at the bottom of the totem pole, not just like family life, not just emotionally, all these stuff, also educationally. So it is really just sad. Okay. But again, we live in a society that the strong prevail, the weak die out. It is a sad reality. So I don't know. I don't know what we can do for the ones that are the weak. I don't know. I agree. I agree. Every class of people can't be the upper class. Only the few. And you know what? That is the world we live in. Right? That is the world we live in. If there are people that win, there are people that will lose. It's a sad thing, right? It is a sad thing.
Able to focus on class because they were acting out. Oftentimes this was because they had unstable home lives, with families not knowing how to prioritize education because they hadn't been down the path themselves and were busy worrying about other things. Take Nate, for example, a kid who was showcased on LeBron's Instagram story, who began at a kindergarten reading level. If something got too frustrating or intense for him, he would get up and walk out of the classroom. His teachers would say that he was so behind, not because he wasn't able to learn, but because he wasn't spending enough time in class. The lady who—
You know, this is the thing where McCoy is right. You know, this is America. This is welcome. This is the system we have. Yo, Artie, what's up, my brother? I hope you're doing better. I hope you're doing better, my brother. Right? I hope your health is better. This is why we need to like switch our focus. What happened to, you know, we should be teaching kids blue collar jobs, right? Carpentry, working with your hands, right? Not just, again, he said the kid has a kindergarten reading level. The kid looks big as shit. So we should be like, what happened? This is why this is the danger, right? This is the way we're not doing it, where why aren't we teaching these kids, you know, domestic work, right? I don't know, carpentry, gardening, electric work, all, you know, blue collar jobs that, you know, we've been phasing out. But the people like this, that could be a future. They don't have to try to excel to be an engineer and all that shit. Yeah, yes. Why is our farming industry so weak, right? Why is our farming industry weak? Why not teach, you know, kids how to farm and stuff? Exactly. This is where we are going about things the wrong way. Oh, we need a whole bunch of future engineers. Not everyone can be an engineer. Not everyone can be the rich, the wealthy, the middle class. No. Just how it is. We have a shortage of, plumbers, all these blue collar jobs, carpenters, all these things. We have a shortage of it. I just think we're going about it wrong. Fitness, what's up? Thank you for showing the love.
Who we saw from before was Nate's grandma, who lives with Nate's mom and her 7 kids. What happened to the dad?
When his friends set him up, they stabbed him, shot him, ran him over. They stabbed him with a stone.
On top of that, Nate had experienced a SWAT raid in his apartment complex after his uncle had been caught selling drugs. He says that he wasn't scared, but it's clear.
Exactly. Totally awesome. Exactly. This is why immigrants are a problem. These kids should be the construction workers, plumbers, and electricians. Exactly. Exactly. This is why I hate this, right? The Democrats, the left. This is what they are. They are a part of destroying our country. Instead of, repurposing shit where you have these kids, pipeline them into the future of where, immigrants are pretty much taking those jobs. I'm sorry. Not everyone can be the engineer, can be the, tech bro, can be the finance bro, no. We have to focus on our citizens first, right? What happened to like home ec classes, shop classes? I don't know. I don't hear those things that much, right? We're not teaching kids to, work with their hands. I'm sorry. Not all kids can work with their brains. Everyone's not on the same intellectual level, but some kids can work with their hands, and we're not teaching these kids. We are, outsourcing it to immigrants. We're outsourcing it to immigrants, illegal immigrants at that, right? We are outsourcing it to illegal immigrants and neglecting our own citizens. No, that shit is messed up.
The experience impacted him.
Police, put your hands up!
Nate is just one of such cases. And in a classroom, one of 20. In another class, there was a little girl who felt so unsafe that she would lock herself into one of the very fresh and new lockers at the school. After a few weeks with the kids, one teacher admitted,
you have the romantic thoughts, like, I'm gonna change the world. So when you get in and you have 20 kids who struggle with school and you have some kids who have behavior issues, you kind of be like, okay, well, this is a little harder than I thought.
Now, I'm not gonna reveal all that happens for the documentary if you're looking to watch. But at the end of the day, it ends with phenomenal news that 92% of kids met or exceeded their expected state growth in both math and reading. And on average, the kids moved from the 1st percentile in English to the 9th percentile for 3rd grade and the 16th percentile for 4th grade. And in math, kids went from the 1st percentile of achievement levels to the 18th and 4th grade.
But this is the thing where I think a lot of, Whiskey, thank you for the love. There's no bad job. Exactly. When I was growing up, picking sugar beets was a great summer job. Exactly. And I also say this, right? We have a problem with families. I've said this before. It is the epidemic of single mothers. Epidemic of single mothers, right? One of the biggest things that is a problem is the lack of families. Lack of a family unit. A good father, a good mother, right? In a family. You see the detriment right here.
Graders went from the 2nd percentile to the 30th. In that first year, the rate of growth in the I Promise school was better than 99% of schools nationwide. This was a huge win for I Promise, and things were looking up. But there are still issues. One, just because kids had met or exceeded their expected level of growth doesn't mean that they were on grade level at the end of the year. It just meant that they at least advanced one grade level in 1 year. There were some big success stories where some advanced further, but overall, many of the kids were still below grade level, advancing to the next grade. And beyond that, there are some more serious issues brewing. Summer, which included a 7-week summer camp for the kids, yet another perk, came and went. Despite the behavioral issues and mountain of progress that was still left to be made, the sentiment regarding the school was still tentatively hopeful. There were revisions made to the initial plan of the school, one of the last ones being that they weren't going to add 1st and 2nd graders like they initially intended to. But they moved on with the next cohort of 3rd graders, and the original 4th graders became the inaugural 5th grade class. And it seemed like the sky was the limit. Then, of course, the pandemic hit. Now see, this is where things got bad. For a lot of us in the US in regular home and school situations, the pandemic was an inconvenience.
I agree. I mean, like, it's no guarantee being from a 2-parent household that life would be amazing. I agree, but you gotta think, right? It's optimal for a reason. It's optimal for a reason. I mean, imagine if having 2-parent household, right? And you still fail. Imagine having one. You just life is stacked against you then.
and lowered work ethics overall.
Yes,
I was
I
a
do
senior in high
agree.
school, and I
I do
experienced
agree.
the strongest dose of senioritis I think one can get. But I came out relatively unscathed. For those in younger grades, the results were much more dire. Over the last 3 decades before the pandemic, 8th graders nationwide have steadily been getting better at standardized math tests. But from 2019 to 2022, almost half of that growth in 30 years has been lost, setting 8th graders in math back literally 2 decades. Now, imagine the kids at the I Promise school. Kids like Nate with 6 other siblings, a mom that works nights, and a grandmother. He had to find a place to focus in all of that mess. Or some kids that may have their heat shut off, so they'd have to focus through the cold. A student at the University of Akron did a small study involving 10 teachers who taught at the I Promise school during the pandemic. The study found that all the teachers had significant issues getting the kids to follow instructions, and a large majority of them believed that their kids were performing worse than expected, while having overall negative behavior. There have been studies done about the disparities that were exacerbated in the pandemic between high-income and low-income families. And that was the same in the Akron School District, a lower-income district. They also suffered from what's known as learning loss during the pandemic. The amount of failing grades in math went up by 9%, and chronic absenteeism also went up drastically. Now, imagine kids in the bottom quartile of this district in a situation like this. The ones that were hard enough to keep in the classroom during regular school. There wasn't any way this was going to end well. And it was a nasty halt to the momentum that had been building up. The kids that needed food and support had to now rely on teachers and employees driving around Akron, delivering them lunches and face-to-face communication. One teacher knew the route to every single one of her students' houses, and to get to them all, which she did routinely, it would take 3 hours. A quote from her as she was helping out a family. And it really just dawned on me. School is not this family's main focus right now. They're literally surviving. Like many did, I Promise got through the worst parts of the pandemic. It was hard, but they did it. But then things took a turn for the worse.
Also developing this evening, the principal of a LeBron James I Promise school in Akron has admitted her resignation following an allegation that she slapped an 11-year-old student.
Brandy Davis, the veteran principal, Akron born and bred, assaulted a student shortly after pandemic restrictions on the school had been lifted. The testimony she gave was that there was a situation in a bathroom and a kid had took a dump in the urinal. One of the kids told Miss Davis, who was rushing to the scene of the crime, using some pretty crass language. Miss Davis then said she went into auntie mode, treating the kid like her own nephew, and slapped him for using the S word. The kid's lip was split and bloodied. She immediately and profusely apologized to the family, but the damage had been done. From there, it's kind of downhill. Miss Davis was one of the main faces behind the entire operation. She's still listed as the principal on the I Promise school website, but due to the incidents, she was immediately placed onto paid leave in September of 2021. Davis then resigned in December of that year, and the school began a very turbulent period. While Davis was on paid leave, retired principal Charles Jones stepped in immediately to be the interim principal. Then after a month or so, principal of another APS school, Anthony Lane, took over for the rest of the school year. Going into the 2022-23 school year, things were looking bad. In just 1 year, the school had had 3 principals. But they were able to secure a permanent principal, a University of Akron graduate and assistant principal from a nearby school district, Tawana Ham. She was a promising and eager prospect, but after 1 year, she was moved to another principal position in the district, and shortly after left Akron altogether. The district didn't give a reason, and when the local paper reached out to Ham for comment, she didn't respond. Remember Miss Gerber from before? She was at the I Promise school for the exact same amount of time that Miss Ham was, and well.
I'll tell you a story from the first time I walked in. The very first day I shared a classroom with an intervention specialist, and I walked in and he was like, the kid was 7th or 8th grader, and he was just chewing out the teacher, and she's a young thing. And I was like, don't speak to her like that, and you don't talk to me. I don't know who you think you are. You don't come in here and talk to me. Walks out, slams the door. I mean, my first 30 seconds in the classroom. Wow. And that kind of sums up how the kids act. They call it a walk and talk, and anytime they don't want to be in class, they throw a fit and they walk out of the classroom. I had an altercation with a very large 6th grade student who was trying to fight another student, and I was trying to break it up, and then he, turned on me like, get out of my.
Yeah, I will always stand this, right? We have a single mother epidemic. Yes, there is no guarantee that 2-parent household will automatically produce productive future adults. I agree. Okay, we need good parents, but at the very least, right? At the very least, it is the best case scenario, right? It's the best case scenario for a kid. The best case scenario for the kid. I believe a big problem we have in society is a single motherhood. That is the first thing. That's the destruction of future adults, right? Of future productive adults. We are producing worse and worse kids, right? I just think that it's not a good thing.
Face, I don't even want to repeat what he said to me. And there was at the front door of Akron, or at I Promise is an Akron cop. And I looked at him and I was like, are you going to do anything? And he just slowly unfolds himself. He goes, they don't listen to me either. That's the response.
Wow. Okay.
And it was after that incident, I called my boss and I said, if you don't get me out of this school, I will quit right now.
Her experience speaks for itself. A lot of these problems were evident and documented in the first year of the school, but progress was still ultimately made. But when the school went into the pandemic and then lost its foundation.
But again, I agree, right? Like McCoy said, you need 2 good parents, right? 2 good parents. If you have 2 bad parents, Yes, that is a recipe for disaster. I 100% agree. And one good parent is definitely better than two shitty parents. I agree. If everything is equal, right? If everything is equal, you have, one good parent versus two good parents. The best case scenario is two good parents. I agree with that. But the reality is we have a lot of I wouldn't say terrible single mothers. We just have a reality of single mothers that can't handle it, nor are they producing productive future adults, right? They're not doing it not in mass. So again, I was raised by a single mother, right? So that doesn't mean that, yeah, I don't subscribe to the idea that, oh, single mothers automatically mean, bad people, bad future adults. No. But again, who knows, right? Who knows if I was raised by a good two-parent household? Maybe I would not have struggled in my youth. I think that's the thing where a lot of people, maybe we wouldn't have struggled in our youth. Maybe we would start off on a better footing. Okay? So that's what we got to look at, right? That's what we got to understand, that we need to look for changes. We need to really inspect what's the problem in our society right now. I say this, one of the big problem is single motherhood. Another problem is, you know what? A lot of women are just having kids with a lot of shitty men. They're having kids with shitty men. And they're not, I've said this before, they're not vetting, looking for good men. I always hate this, right? This is the thing where women, if you don't have kids, fine. Have sex with whoever you want. Live life however you want. If you are going to have kids, find a moral man. Find a man that's intelligent, morally sound, stands on his principles, okay? Will be a good father, will be a good husband. If you're going to have kids, who gives a shit if you are, going to live the fun life, right? I don't give a shit, right? You want to have sex with the attractive Chad? Fine, go ahead. You want to have sex with the high value man? Fine, go for it. If you are going to have kids, be more responsible.
Principle. The visions that the founding team came up with weren't able to be executed properly.
Big bars. What's up, my brother? What's up? A father is important for a boy. 100%. It is. I think it's so much, particularly now more than ever. A father's is incredibly important.
Students came in with the same problems as the old students, and it got to the point where it seemed that the culture was dictated more by the students than by the teachers, at least according to Ms. Gerber.
The teachers try to get kids to do things. I mean, I will be like, it's not the staff. Like, there's no support there at all. There's no accountability. I mean, we've got 7th graders beating up 3rd graders on the school bus. We have kids. I mean, when I say fights daily, multiple, constantly. Fights. The amount of tears that I saw from teachers that work there, everyone's put in for transfers. Like, I know at least 5 teachers who.
And I mean, like in my day, during my day working, I talk to a lot of teachers as well. This is the result right here. We are having single mothers that cannot handle taking care of the family, providing for a family, and trying to discipline the kids. They can't handle it. Okay? These women, these single mothers, they cannot handle it. And I'm not putting off that they're terrible mothers, but they can't handle everything. They can't handle everything. That is why fathers are so important, where they should be taking up the responsibility of disciplining children, of shaping children, of teaching children how to respect and fear authority. Okay? It is hard.
Put in for transfers because they just don't want to be there.
The teachers became overstressed and overworked, a lot of which had to do with another critical component, IEPs. If you're not familiar, it's a document, IEP standing for Individualized Education Program.
To be honest, right, I agree with Evil Eddie, right? Eliminating alimony, child support, plus, right? Here's my thing, government assistance. You are not allowed on government assistance unless you are disabled. I'm sorry, choosing to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 kids does not equate you to government assistance. I'm sorry. The government shouldn't be taking care of you because you couldn't control yourself. Okay? No, the government shouldn't be assisting you because you have so many kids. No, I'm sorry. As this is the thing, we live in a harsh world. We live in a world that's unfair. I'm sorry. CPS should be taking your kids. CPS should be taking your kids. You shouldn't be getting government assistance because you have so many fucking kids. No, I'm sorry. You shouldn't be doing it. Again, if you can't take care of your kids, you shouldn't be having so many. Like the woman that the little chubby boy, I think he said that the mother had 6 other kids. 6 other kids. One kid is already like really can't even handle, right, school. So you think the other kids are doing better in school? They're not.
In the American K-12 system, assigned to children that have a learning disability and require extra attention in the classroom. These disabilities...
Totally awesome. I agree. We should be we should be putting government assistance if you marry, helping out actual families, right? If you have a husband and wife and have kids, incentives, right? Incentives to have a productive family. I agree. We should be doing that. I think Japan or probably China as well. They're doing systems, right? Government programs to encourage families. We should be doing that too. Make it easier for people to have families, not make it easier for single mothers. No. Make it easier for people to have families. Not make it easier for people to live the single mother house, live the single mother life.
These range anywhere from dyslexia to speech impairments to autism. And these kids are often in regular classes with other students with just a bit more attention.
I agree. The child support should be like, you should know what the money's going to. You should know what the money's going to.
Given to them from the teachers. Nationally, there are about 15% of these types of students. In the Akron Public School District, there's about 17%. As of 2022, the I Promise School had 30% that required an IEP, double the national rates and damn near double the districts. In some classrooms, that number was as high as 45%, and one of the grade levels had 50% of children with some sort of learning disability. Damn near illegal in Ohio, and straight up illegal in Akron. It got so bad that the Akron Public School District placed a limit on kids who had gotten an IEP to I Promise, capping them at 10%. It was this environment that made I Promise so difficult for teachers.
But according to Ms. Gerber, that wasn't the only issue.
Because what you see on social media and what you see, like, you know, LeBron, everything is given, nothing is earned. Or, I mean, everything is earned, nothing is given. It's actually the opposite. Everything is given, nothing is earned. I Promise isn't any different than the kids that we're getting.
I think that's the problem. Okay, I get it. Disadvantaged kids, you want to help. But we have to understand, right? Where there comes to a point where we are enabling, okay? You don't, like, I don't know about you, but growing up, I'm old, right? I'm old. So growing up, when the whole participation award, right? Participation award comes on, I was livid, right? I was like, what the fuck is this? You might as well not done shit, right? You might as well not even try. Getting a participation award, what is that for? Seriously? Oh, I attended school. That's the least you could do. And getting an award for that? Like, we're giving out people for just being here. It's like, seriously. We are rewarding mediocrity. It is not helping nobody. Shit like that. The participation award shit. This mindset of just giving shit out. So because you are, I'm sorry, disadvantaged, just give them to. It's not producing hard work. It's not producing people to strive to be better. Yo, Whiskey, what's up? Thank you for the love. When I was young, I feared my father and idolized him. When I was in college, I had fun and screwed up. My father said he was disappointed in me. It cut me like a knife. Later in life, my father told me he was proud of me. Exactly. That right there, that's the power, right? The power, the amazingness of a father, of a good father, okay? We're not talking about shitty fathers. Sadly, I had a shitty father. But the amazingness of a father right there, that right there.
In Akron Public Schools. They're just getting...
Jane, thank you for stopping by. Thank you.
Selected. Half their siblings are with us. Do you see what I mean? Like, everyone's got trauma. I don't know, like, it's just a different environment. I've never been in an environment where there's no accountability like that.
And this was reflected in the report given 2 years ago.
Oh, Nazo, thank you for stopping by.
after the 2023 school year. Keith Lichty, the liaison between the I Promise School and APS, compiled a report to present to the board concerning the I Promise students and their scores. The first report since the first year in 2019. But the news wasn't so good this time.
3 years, not one child passed the state test in math, not one.
What this board member was referring to was this chart, one of a series in Keith's presentation that told a story quite opposite from the end of the first year, from a time of promise and opportunity to one of stagnation and even failure. After the pandemic, kids from the original 3rd grade class, with kids like Nate, not a single child passed a grade level state exam in math for 3 straight years. This is even more damning when considering their testing protocols.
It takes the I Promise kids 5 weeks to finish a test. 5 minutes, I'm not kidding, and they want a break. I need a break. And they're allowed to have one. They get up and they walk out of the classroom. They need a break.
Not only were the kids not doing well, they ended up, by the 8th grade, growing less by kids who weren't selected to go to the I Promise school.
This is the thing where, like I said, right? I don't know. We're not. We have to reevaluate how we educate kids. We have to do. Okay, if kids aren't excelling in actual like mental education, we should be. That's what I'm saying. What happened to shop class? What happened to home ec? All those stuff. We should be pushing kids to like work then, right? At the very least, they should have some workable skills.
I went to other Akron schools despite being eligible for I Promise. Again, by the time these kids left 8th grade, the kids who were eligible for the I Promise school in Akron and didn't end up going were growing more than the I Promise kids were. In math, 42% of kids were making a year's worth of progress in school compared to just 27% of I Promise's kids in the 8th grade. And in 7th and 8th grade, in English, I Promise kids were still learning less than kids in other Akron schools. And when we're talking about this year's worth of progress, by the way, this is again meaning if all of the 8th graders came into school with a 5th grade math level, then only 20% of them in I Promise would end up with a 6th grade math level by the end of the year. The APS board president at the time, Derek Hall, made this point.
Those numbers could be 100% growth, grades 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But if they came to us 2 years behind, they'd leave us 2 years behind. If they're not exceeding 100%, then they're not actually catching up.
Still though, we do have to keep in mind that the I Promise school is quite literally the first of its kind. LeBron James and his foundation.
And you know what? That's big bars. This is a thing where I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old, right? I find like because you got to compare it, right? Old school teaching with modern day teaching, right? Old school parenting with modern day parenting. I get it, right? We see that it was, it's abuse and shit like that. But honestly, it produced, I honestly believe, better adults. I think it produced better adults. I mean, that's just how I see it, right? I think it produced better adults, better children. Because if you look at kids now, compared to how kids, when I was young, when we were young, I think it's worlds apart. I think it's worlds apart. We were having worse kinds of kids more than ever. Patricia, what's up? Yeah, I agree. We need to bring back meritocracy. I agree. Caring about you succeeding, pushing you to succeed, pushing you to be better. This is what I do with this channel. I promote us as all of us, right? To be the best version of ourselves. It is only a beneficial thing. That's what I hope more people would be.
Foundation were the first to help open up a public school. And with unplanned obstacles like a global pandemic and a principal assaulting a student, there's not that much that could have been done about it. At the end of the day, it is still a high-class facility that's helping out underprivileged kids. And when I think about the kids that I met at House 330, multiple going into fields that wouldn't have been possible without LeBron's foundation, I have hope. Mrs. Gerber, with all of the issues that she took with the school, even conceded that it could work.
That the premise of what he wanted to do was a really good idea, and I think bringing in the upper grades ruined that. If they would have kept it with 3rd and 4th grade, they would have saw big things happen.
Since that report was made in 2023, the school has made some progress, led by Principal Stephanie Davis, a fully committed Akron native. Because of the bad test scores, the I Promise school was placed under state intervention in 2 categories, Black students and students with disabilities, where both groups were testing in the bottom 5th percentile of the state. In February of 2025, the school was able to exit out of that classification, which is of course progress, but there's much more work to be done. When the inaugural class graduates high school, it's very likely that it'll show that the kids would have done just as fine, if not better, if they had went to a regular Akron school. But then again, it's not quite fair to judge I Promise on its first class. Like an I Promise representative said.
We also, in essence, opened a middle school during the time of a pandemic, and a lot of the initial work was put into the development of what did the elementary school look like and how was it built. But I don't know if everybody came back to the table and did the same level of work, given that we were in the middle of a pandemic, to build out the middle school.
With a more stable leadership culture, more experience, and more tweaks, the stats will improve. Now, will it end up that the I Promise school will be a nationally recognized model for urban and public school excellence? Probably not. But will it change lives for students and their families? From what I saw in Akron, that seemed to be the case. School or no school. The kids that I saw were empowered to see and pursue their dreams. So, again, is the I Promise School failing?
You know, I hope it does well. I also hope that, you know, this right here, this video showed me that I honestly believe that we need to change how we want to educate our children. Okay? I get it. Not everyone can excel in math, reading, science. I get that. It's just how it is. That is why I honestly believe we need real world teaching. Do blue collar jobs. Why aren't we pushing home ec, you know, shop class? I think we should be pushing that for the kids as well. I really do. Teaching, you know, like farm, I mean, like just other useful skills, other skills that you can possibly go into. I think those are also a smart thing, because if you can't excel, I mean, like, God forbid, if you can't excel in intellectual work and you can't excel in or do well in like physical work, I mean, there's nothing, you're just screwed, right? You're just screwed. You're just meant to not succeed in anything, not do well in nothing. So that is, you know, it will be a sad thing, but if you can't do it, then there's nothing else you could do, right? But it just made me think. I want to just watch this video, so it was interesting. Well, yeah, we do need more. I mean, like, this is the thing. We need to spread it out. Trade school. Yes, we need, like, why aren't we having kids, like, trying other things, other areas? Not everyone is going to exceed in the book learning stuff. Not everyone will succeed in that. But physical stuff, we all have bodies, right? We all have muscles. We all can do something. That's why I hope that we could change how we, you know, go about education. Before, that's gonna be something, right? I mean, we should have already been doing this before, or like a long time ago, because AI is definitely around the corner. AI is definitely around the corner. I mean, big time. I'm sorry, right? Yes, we're seeing AI a bit now, but I mean, it's definitely around the corner. They want dumb taxpayers. I agree. All right, so let's do something different, right? I always get complaints. I always get like some, you know, someone just complain, oh, why don't you talk about Asian women? I talk about all women, right? But whatever, you know, those are the videos out there. I can't, it's not easy. It's not easy to find videos of women of other races talking shit, right? It's not easy. So forgive me, right? I mean, like, I don't know why my FYP, I see more black women talking shit. So I'm sorry. So, yo, Whiskey, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. So I happen to find someone. I haven't watched the video yet, so who knows, right? Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's worth reacting to. But Asian women are my weakness. All right, so this is the Asian women talking about you know, dating mid-white men. Let's see, right? Let's see what she's talking about. Let's see if there's anything worth me reacting to. Now, like I've said this before, right? I have dated predominantly black women. Now, I don't hold myself to, oh, I only want to date black women. No, it's just that these are the women that have gravitated to me. I mean, like, I would always wanted to see what it's like to date a white woman, but I've never had a white woman attracted to me. So, you know, it is what it is. But let's check this one out. Let's see if this is interesting or not.
The thing about stereotypical memes and jokes is that they tend to walk a fine line between haha, so relatable, and, well, just saying the quiet part out loud. Which brings me to a certain meme about Asian women I cannot stop seeing online. So if you scroll through TikTok these days and you see an Asian woman with a white man, you'll likely see these two words littered in the comments.
Oxford study.
Oxford study.
Oxford study.
Oxford study.
Oxford study.
Oxford study. This study refers to this alleged research by Oxford University that claims Asian women romantically prefer white men over any other race, choosing any white guy, no matter how aggressively mid they are.
How to Oxford study a 5'4" Asian bad ting has ever crossed your mind? This is how you're gonna do it easy with 4 steps. Number 1 is to be a tall white guy. You don't even have to be that attractive. As long as you're like a 4 out of 10 and you're like 5'10" or higher, then you're probably set.
And if you're like me thinking, what the fuck? That's so racist and sexist in itself that a study like that can't possibly be true, you'd be right, because the Oxford study doesn't even exist. But you wouldn't know that from the way people talk about it online.
Yeah, the Oxford study is 100% real. No debate. I don't know why they wasted all that time doing a study. I spent 5 minutes at UCSD and I knew that shit was real.
Asian brothers, the time has come for us to rise up against the evil white man for taking away our Asian queens.
Oxford study this, Oxford study that. Can you just let us live?
White people and Asian people in the United States tend to be on the same rung of the economic ladder. I don't know what to tell you, man.
I am a proud victim of the Oxford study. My future children will be products of the Oxford study, and I have no shame. No shame.
Now, I want to say this, right? I've heard of the Oxford study for a while. I never believed it was an actual study. Lenny, what's up, my brother? Lenny, what's up? I only thought about it, right, as a naming convention. Okay, I only thought of it as a naming convention for, you know, white women. I mean, Asian women, one white men. That's it. I never thought it was, oh, there's a study behind it. I never thought that was true. So, you know, I never thought it like that. I just thought it was, again, just a naming convention for this kind of, you know, type.
I am just one of the reasons that the Oxford study exists.
Clearly, there's a lot to unpack here. So the whole concept of the Oxford study started when a TikTok user stitched a viral video featuring this couple, saying something like,
"The power of the Caucasian kitty pounder over the Asian female subconscious needs a full Oxford investigation."
Yeah. Not the kind of language you'd find in a peer-reviewed journal, right? Even though it started off as a dumb joke, the Oxford study meme is now being used as a way to actively harass Asian women online for dating outside her race.
Whenever I post my white fiance on social media, I always get comments that say Oxford study. It is 2024. I think everyone has the right to date whoever they want to date. It really does come across as obsessing over preserving culture and blaming women for the decline in homogenous relationships.
Like, imagine you're just trying to live your life, posting it.
Listen, I'm like I said, I mean, I've dated outside my race. I don't care, right? For me, I don't care who anyone wants to date. You can date anyone you want. No one is, it's like, you're not I'm not trying to gatekeep Asian women or any of that shit. What I do say, okay, when a lot of these cases of women or even men, right, to date outside their race, they will take jabs, right, of their own race. They will take jabs of their race. That is, in my opinion, disgusting. Both men and women do it. Both men and women do it, and I find that honestly distasteful. Right? You don't need to take jabs of the people that you don't choose to date anymore. You don't. You don't need to take jabs. I think that's distasteful, and I think that's lowbrow. So for me, it's like, why even bother? Why even do that? Yo, Whiskey. Asian women only like white men because white dudes don't let them drive. Good bay. Good bay.
A cute video of you and your man, and suddenly people in your comments are.
He does have a really, you know, a thick chin.
Acting like you personally dismantled Asian culture. Guess we'll have to go tell our ancestors we destroyed the motherland with a couple's vlog.
All right, that's it. Dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family.
What this meme really exposes is not only a toxic obsession with keeping relationships pure, but also a way to blame.
I agree. Like McCoy said, it's immature. Why? Like, you don't need to do that. Like, have some, like, I don't, this is a thing where I think it shows our lack of maturity when we're trying to take jabs of others. Why?
Asian women for dating outside their race, as if we're the reason for fewer Asian on Asian relationships. I mean, by believing in something as fake as the Oxford study, you're basically saying that relationships are a weird racial numbers game instead of two.
I gotta say, right? One of the things where I don't think I will ever, one of the things where I would never date or really go to, let's say Thailand or, whatever those places, like that area, is that fear. Is that fear. The fear of the ladyboys. I'm sorry, because there's a lot of feminine looking men there, right? Because I don't know, certain Asian men have easily feminine features, right? And I'm like, no, you know what? I don't really want to do that, right? I don't really want to even think about that shit. So to me, it's like I'm not gonna even try to go into, the Philippines and Thailand and shit like that, because honestly, it's just I don't really need to ask. Are you a ladyboy? Are you? I'm like, no, I'm good.
Two individual people coming together in love. We are gathered here today to celebrate the love of. What's wrong? We need to keep the Asian on Asian marriage percentage at a certain rate, and since you're marrying outside your race, that quota's gonna drop. So I'm afraid this can't happen. Wait, what? That's ridiculous. Who says? People on TikTok. And also
Laughing Man, what's up, my brother? Yo, all my favorite people are here tonight. You guys are amazing. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the support. I love you guys.
a totally real Oxford study that definitely exists. But he's a bit Asian. But he's a bit Asian. Asian. Oh, okay, that's probably fine then. Some of the Oxford study apologists say the meme is just about seeing the dating patterns more, as if there's been a sudden rise in Asian women flocking to conventionally unattractive white men. And I literally cannot say that seriously with a straight face. But seeing as the Oxford study doesn't even exist, why don't we have a look at what actual data says? According to Pew and census data, about 70% of Asian women in the US still marry other Asians. And even among Asian women who do marry out.
This is the thing where, just like there's complaints about, interracial relationships in the Black community and other communities. This is a thing where majority of people, they get with their own race, right? Majority of people are very race loyal. Majority of people. So this is why I don't really care, right? This whole Asian women dating white boys, I don't give a shit. Black women dating, or black men dating white women, I don't give a shit. Do what you fucking want, right? To be honest, right? I'll say this. I've always had this thought where, okay, you want to end racism? If you want to end racism, mix the bloods, right? Mix the bloods, right? We should all be just fucking dating each other. Don't matter about your race. You want to end racism? All of us should be mutts. That will end racism right there. Who are you going to be racist with? Who are you going to be racist against? If we're all mutts, seriously, we're all mixed. So really, what are you going to be racist about? That's why I'm like, you want to end racism? Boom. That's how you do it. Mix the shit. I'm a little surprised, right? With how America is, where, we are a melting pot, but really, we're not that mixed, right? That's why I'm always surprised with that. So we are majority race loyal. So, bro, Whiskey, thank you for the donation. Tats on women are intellectual down. You know what? I admit, I'm not a fan of tattoos on women. I definitely say that. I'm not a fan of that.
Outside their race, which, as you can already see, is a small amount. Only 11% choose white men. So if anything, Asian women are still very much into Asian men, which begs the question, if this is what the numbers actually show, then why all the moral outrage about who Asian women choose to date?
What is it with like Asian girls these days always going for the most?
Again, it's social media, okay? The loudest is usually the minority. So, this is why I don't really use social media as a representation of everyone. I don't use it like that. Now, I talk about, this is what I said, right? I say I always hold accountable women accountable for the things they say and do. That's it. And I give you an example. That's why I do a reaction videos. I'm not saying all women are like this. I wouldn't say all men, no. Right? This is why I do a reaction video. I have a video showing what I'm reacting to. I don't say all, I don't just like blanket say this shit like that. Because honestly, I agree. What's on social media is usually the loudest, but doesn't mean it's the majority. Usually it's the minority.
It's like mid-average white guys. And yes, I get it, looks aren't everything. But when it comes to going for like other Asian guys, they will only go for like the 10 out of 10s and guys who are like K-pop looking crazy guys. Like if you're gonna date outside your race, I'd assume you'd go for like the guys who are like the top of there, you know what I'm saying? But then these girls will go for guys who are like balding at 19 and they got nothing going for them. I'm not even mad, by the way. I'm just like so curious because like, why is that?
First of all, what do you mean by if you're going to date outside your race, you'd assume we'd go for the top? Like, what? Are we running some kind of interracial dating Olympics now?
And now the interracial boyfriend scores.
Oh my God. What? He's balding at 19 and has nothing going for him, apparently. So what really stands out to me in this bad faith question is the underlying assumption that when Asian women date or marry white men, it's about chasing whiteness, as if race alone is enough to make us settle, no matter how unimpressive the guy is. Now, is that a thing that happens sometimes? Well,
I am a proud victim of the Oxford study. My future children will be products of the.
That's interesting. I mean, I don't live in any of those states, so I didn't really know that. California, Washington, New York, I didn't know that. I mean, I don't see that here, right? I don't see that in my area, so I didn't know. I mean, but yeah, I guess so, right? Those are some of the biggest states, so yeah.
Oxford study, and I have no shame that I am just one of the reasons that the Oxford study exists, because I fear white men are my type. The colonizers are my type. I have been colonized. My future husband will be a colonizer, will be of the Howley race. Like every mixed kid that I.
You know, this shit like this I hate, right? Shit like this I hate because you basically are saying, I like someone because of their race. That's it. I like someone because of their amount of money. I like someone just because of how good looking they are. I've said this so many times where I don't understand. We have so many people that, women in particular, are so insanely superficial. That's it. It's how you look, how much money you have. What the fuck is that? It's like, that's not going to produce healthy marriages. That's not going to produce healthy, productive future adults, like kids. It's ridiculous.
I've seen every product
really?
of the Oxford
Canada
study has been a God-sent child. They have been some of the best looking children I have ever seen. Like, I'm setting my children up for success. Like, I'm not shutting down. I'm not saying 100% no to potentially marrying an Asian, but I fear based off of like my record, I fear my type is white men.
Okay, but like she did say that Asian men aren't completely off the table though. Look, I'm not gonna beat around the bush about race dynamics. So I think the woman in this clip is Filipino, and as a Filipino woman myself, I actually know exactly where she's coming from. It's hard to explain because everyone's experience with systematic racism is different. But when you grow up in an Asian country, especially one that's been colonized and still struggles with poverty like the Philippines, you're sometimes taught directly or indirectly that being closer to Western or white culture makes you better or more successful. So when this woman says things like
colonizers
and
I'm setting my children up for success,
it sounds to me like she's just reflecting that passed down belief that being close to white culture or even being half white somehow gives you a leg up in life. And that's less about pure personal preference and more about what you're taught growing up. Now let's go back to this guy. What he's seeing is the other side of the same hierarchy. And as much as I hate to admit it, because I will always be for the girls, especially on this issue, he's kind of right. And not about Asian women flocking to balding white guys with nothing going for them, but about the fact that Asian men are often held to unrealistically high standards. In movies, Asian men have always been boxed into two roles: the awkward foreigner or the martial arts guy who's cool but never even gets to be the romantic lead. Neither of these categories portray Asian men as, I would
Trents, what's up?
say, oh, which is insane because come on.
That's what I hate. Laughing man, exactly. I hate this shit. I hate it when people use colonizer. Seriously? None of the people that says colonizer, like you fucking, none of you have experienced that. I don't know, like none of you have experienced the results of colonization. It's like generations upon generations away from you. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I digress. Manny Jacinto's Filipino, by the way, ladies. This whole Asian men aren't f***able narrative is forced into so-called real-life portrayals too. Like, has anyone noticed that there has literally never been an Asian man on The Bachelor? And the one time they featured an Asian woman on The Bachelorette, I kid you not, she ended up with a white guy. And that's just the tip of the iceberg when it—
Whiskey, I love you, my brother. Women do like blonde hair and blue eyes. Fantasize about their kids having straight hair and blue eyes. You know what? This is funny. I dated a black girl, and she said that one of the things that, you know, because we were dating for a while, one of the things that she wanted was, you know, for if we have kids to have my hair. I was like, I guess it sounds really, it's kind of racist, or it's kind of like, I don't know, it's not that great.
comes to this stuff. There was a time in the US when American women literally lost their citizenship if they married an Asian man. So yeah, it's hard not to see why some Asian men get triggered when the Oxford Study meme comes up. But like, how is it okay to weaponize the Oxford Study meme to shame Asian women when both Asian women and Asian men are clearly navigating the same system? Like, do they not see the hypocrisy?
No. Asian men and Asian women aren't navigating the same system, because it still goes back to the dynamics of being a woman, being a man. It is by dating statistics, right? By dating statistics, Asian women are one of the most desirable groups of women. Asian men are the least desirable groups of men. Okay, and I don't shy away from it. It is what it is. I don't cry about that shit. I'm not into victimhood. So it is true. Asian men are the least desirable. So Asian men and Asian women are not navigating the same system. It's totally different, because when you add in being a woman, being a man, this is the distinction. Men have it hard already. Even just being a white man, black man, whatever, it's already hard in the dating market. Okay. Now, being the least desirable demographic of men, Asian men, it's 100 times harder, right? 100 times harder. Now, being a woman, it's mad ass fucking easy, okay? Doesn't matter what woman you are, what, black, white, whatever. But being the top, right? Top desirable groups of women, fucking, we're not playing in the same ball field, right? We're not playing the same game. So no, it's not the same. So really, definitely not the same.
I don't lean towards like Asian girls or white girls, but
you know what? It's like Gira said, it's the height. This is the thing. One of the things that I am glad about being 5'11", right? I am like, I'm not crazy tall, because damn, I wish I was 6, but I'm taller than the average Asian guy. So, or about, you know, so that's always been a plus for me.
Just noticed that a lot recently. Like in this day and age.
I agree. Go to the gym, you know, hit the gym, improve yourself physically, improve yourself financially.
There's so many like people dating outside their race, and I'm all for it.
Okay, cool, dude. So what's your dating history like, though?
Both my exes were both white, you know, so I don't judge at all.
McCoy, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good time at the gym.
Sorry, what did you say?
Both my exes were both white. Both my exes were both white, you know, so I don't judge at all.
Breaking news. A shocking new discovery out of Harvard University suggests that Asian men overwhelmingly prefer white women over any other race. Just kidding. It seems to me that if we...
Again, right? Here's my thing. Men and women do not play the same game when it comes to dating. Men and women do not play the same game in dating. If an Asian man can get a white woman, it's not the same. It's not the same of a flex as a white woman getting an Asian man. I'm getting a white man. It's not the same. It is worlds apart. Okay.
Played that game, you know, reverse the Oxford study meme, we'd notice plenty of Asian men dating white women too. And interestingly enough, for the same reasons they assume Asian women do.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
When it comes to dating, there's Asian guys that only date white girls. And if you're one of those guys, dude, I got some news for you. There's a thing where Asian guys that only date white girls, it comes down to the same reason there are some Asian women that only date white guys. It's internalized racism. And I'm speaking from experience because in my 20s, when I started dating out of my race, there was a period.
Oh, what? He was on Fresh's Live? Ah, that's cool.
Where I was really fixated on dating white American women. It sounds very cringe to even say that out loud, but it came from a place of feeling like, number one, I was not viewed as attractive in the general dating market as an Asian guy. Fundamentally, there is internalized racism, there is white worship, and it is a very real thing that happens in the Asian American community, both with men and women. So, if you're an Asian guy that only dates white women, unless you literally grew up in the Midwest and all your friends were white and you only knew white people, it's very possible that you might be programmed to believe that you need to date white women to be viewed as a confident, attractive guy, and you're doing that as a way of validating yourself as an attractive man.
So I really appreciate this man's honesty, because that kind of self-awareness is exactly what we need if we're gonna have real conversations about touchy topics like this. Because see, when someone shares their experience like this, it can show patterns we might relate to, you know, reveal pressures we didn't even think about, and make it way easier to... Oh my God, there's birds outside my window. Go, get out of here. Look, there is no easy way to talk about these kinds of topics. Dating, race, internalized racism and biases. As an Asian woman myself, it really breaks my heart to see how this Oxford study is affecting my community. Because here's the thing, right?
Whiskey. My white sister married an Asian man. It did not bother me at all. I thought he was a good man until they financially screwed me over. Both of them? God damn. Bro, you lived a hard life. You lived a hard life.
Pretending to officially prove...
Not what you think, DA. More observing, as they call it, ninja watching. Plus, I disagree with him. I'm most things because he looking from a Muslim point of view. You can see. No, I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, this is the thing where I don't necessarily agree with everything Fresh and Fit do or say, because I think they look at it on a really different kind of viewpoint, right? I mean, I like to go about things in a more average man viewpoint. I think they fall into more of a certain types of men. So I don't know. It is what it is.
That Asian women prefer white men over other races, including their own. The Oxford study meme gives false credibility to a completely manufactured racial hierarchy. And that's the part that really bothers me, because once a stereotype is branded as research, it gets taken seriously. And over time, people accept it without thinking and just use it to push the same harmful stereotypes about race and relationships that go way beyond the Asian community. Now, I just want to be clear that I'm not accusing this guy of internalized racism just because both his exes are white, by the way. I actually believe that when it comes to dating, Asian women, Asian men, other minority groups, and even white people are all navigating the same systems, just in different ways. Now, for me personally, there have been times where I've wondered if I'd be doing better in life if, let's just say, I wasn't a Filipino woman, okay? God, how did that guy make this type of confessional look easy. And the stupid thing about that is that I don't actually believe that being anyone else would make life better, okay? It's just the pressure hits, and for a moment, your brain starts spinning these ugly what if scenarios. Like, not gonna lie, that is super painful to say out loud. But I think it just goes to show how deeply these ideas can get under your skin if you start playing along with that story. Not that I actually believe it. After all, you're hanging out with me right now, right? At the end of the day, no matter our skin color or how messed up the systems in this world can be, I think we can all agree that most of us want the same thing, which is love and connection.
Interesting. I mean, and you know what, Lenny, I mean, you guys are right. I mean, this is a thing where I'm gonna be authentic. I hate the whole, you know, you gotta be so crazy or push the buttons to get views. No. To be honest, I always see that I don't mind having a small following, right? I'd rather have a small dedicated following, right? Where everyone in my chat, I can view as brothers and sisters, right? I can view as family. I can view as friends. That I'm fine with, right? I'm happy with that, right? People like Whiskey, Lenny, Evil Eddie, Patricia, all you people, I can view as family, as friends, as brothers and sisters, right? Where I'm cool with you guys. I like you guys. I'm getting to know you guys, right? While, getting big just to get big, it's not my cup of tea. I don't need it, right? I'm not thriving. I'm not craving, to, grow like that. Or I'm not, it's not my desire. But what do you guys think? I thought it was interesting. The whole, I wouldn't call it epidemic, but it's interesting. I am seeing that a lot in social media, so I thought I was just listening to it and see how it goes. Oh, and the album, the album and preaching thing. To be honest, I did not care about that whole thing. I didn't like both of them, right? Both for the channels. I really hate the drama. What the hell is that? Us as men having like beefs and shit. What are we, fucking women? I really didn't care for that. I didn't agree with either side. I don't like the whole, oh, I'm have a beef with you, you have a beef with me. It's like fucking, it's internet shit, right? It's like fucking, like, come on. Why are we, I just think that we shouldn't, like, control yourself, right? Control your emotions. Stop getting like angry and shit. Yo, Sham, what's up? Fake beefs for views. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I didn't care for that, right? The beefs and shit. I'm like, what are we, women? Why do we care about drama and shit? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm not really into, creating drama, having all that drama. So no, it wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing. Let's check out some other stuff. Let's watch some other stuff. I'm trying to see what. All right, let's watch some Antoine Daniels. All right, let's check out some Antoine Daniels.
Okay.
All right, let's check this out. I always like to watch this guy, right? I like his shit. I like his stuff. So, let's check it out.
Okay. I mean, we've been talking about women and money. Is that one of the most important things that women should look for? A man that has resources. Dalen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
How can you show that you're a provider and that you are someone that is an asset, not a liability? How is a woman going to know that you're just not trying to move in with her because you're homeless?
Yo, Shane, yes, I love it. I wish this is the thing where I'm so mad, right? That video that he shout me out, the video that he shout me out, he linked to my TikTok account that got banned. I'm like, fucking, how's that? That's like, seriously, that doesn't help me out. I wish he linked to my YouTube channel. It had 500,000 views. I mean, come on, right? Like, come on. It's like, I was mad. I'm not that mad, but it's like, come on. 500,000 views? Seriously. I really wish he linked to my YouTube channel. I was like, God damn it. You know? But it got a lot of fucking views. It got a lot of fucking views, and I loved it. I love it. This guy, big time creator, right? In our space, and reacted to my video. I'm like, fuck yes. No, Shame, you're correct. I mean, like, this is the thing where I'm fine, right? I'm not gonna cry that I'm not at 100,000 views or 100,000 subscribers. No, I've said this already that I love my followers. I love my chat because these are people I see often. I talk to often. I've gained a a bond with. Okay, so I honestly said, when I say these are my brothers, right? These are my sisters. These are people that I care about. These are people that I shout out. You know, I think they're awesome. I mean it. Okay, it's not like some vague shit where, you know, oh, I forget you. No, I mean it, right? I mean, you guys. When I humbly thank you guys that you guys are amazing, that I love your support. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm proud of you. I mean it because you guys are amazing to me.
Or, you know, how do you plan to have a wife, children, maybe even a dog, maybe two, to own a home, to be able to stay in a nice, safe neighborhood, like away from DC? Well, unless the National Guard stays there, then you have nothing to worry about. You know, unfortunately, money can buy materialistic things that feed poor souls, but money is also a piece of currency that people use to build, you know, for things that you do need. So I just think, you know, pay attention to why a woman wants to date you, for not necessarily your resources, but for her to see that she can trust you to be a man in a relationship.
Okay. Molly?
Yeah, I think that men who have a solid foundation are more confident. Usually, that kind of translates into resources. And of course, a woman will want to be with somebody with some type of solid foundation, especially if she's at the point of her life where she wants to start a family, have a home, be able to raise children, XYZ.
This is the thing where Lenny kind of pointed out. This is the problem I have with modern day women. I get it. You want provider, but provider for what? A roof over your head? Clothes on your back? Your bills? Food? It's the luxury life. They want a provider for the lifestyle. A lot of these women want a provider for the lifestyle, not the necessity of the life. Because here's the thing, a man that makes 50, 60, 70K can provide the necessities, okay? Pay rent, pay utilities, pay food, groceries, yeah. It's that he can't provide for the luxuries. Take you out to fucking Dubai, buy you LV, buy you clothes every week. I was like, no, that's the thing where I think that's the problem with a lot of women, where now they're pushing the idea of what's providing for, okay? Whiskey, betrayal cuts deep. My sister's husband is still probably a good man. I really liked him, but it's hard to forgive. I haven't talked to them in 5 years. That's so fucking unbelievable. I swear to God, it's like betrayal from family is disgusting. You know, I understand that. I find that disgusting. I agree. Best revenge is living well, 100%. I got heavier into collecting when I saw the survey that said action figure collecting was the number one turn. Really, my brother? You know what? Oh my God. No. There was a survey, right? Or a poll or whatever. They said, being a geek is one of the biggest turnoff for women. I was like, fuck it, whatever. I mean, I don't care. I rather be happy with my own life, doing shit that I'm happy with, than give a care. I cater to women that only likes me because some stupid shit.
But I don't feel like a lot of men are thinking that far ahead. That's why they kind of get offended when women kind of come and expect certain things. Some men are only looking for the vagina, and then a lot of women are looking for long-term stability. And I think that's the disconnect. That's the disconnect between us, you know.
Yeah. The thing about this, when I hear women like say, "Yeah, I need a man with money." Okay, do you got your money? Do you have something that's conducive that he would actually want to be serious with you, or do you have a baggage of debt? Like, or are you peaceful? Like, so it's like I don't think money is the only thing women should look for when it comes to a man. But then when it comes to women saying, "Oh, I need a man with money," it's usually the women that ain't got nothing going on for them.
Okay, but since we're doing this, I want to let's check this out. Since we're talking about it, right? I want to check that out. Look at this. The most and least attractive male hobbies to women out of a list of 47 hobbies. Okay? So it's listed in order. This is I guess the most attractive one. Okay? Most attractive hobbies: reading, foreign languages, playing instrument, cooking, woodworking, okay, painting, writing, gardening, swimming, photography, astronomy, hiking, archery, blacksmithing, traveling. Those are the most attractive. Okay, so reading is the most attractive. The least attractive, right? The least attractive hobbies: comic books. I'm cooked, right? I'm cooked. It is what it is, right? Cosplay, debating. Debating is the least attractive? Is like so weird. Drinking, and I guess Magic the Gathering, anime, whatever. Makeup? What the hell why is makeup? Crypto. Crypto is an unattractive hobby. Cigars. Okay. Clubbing. Is clubbing a hobby? Marijuana. Funko. Really? I mean, now I don't actively collect Funkos. I mean, I have a bunch of old Funkos, but I have most of these lists. I'm on most of the lists. Arguing online. Okay, whatever. Okay, gambling, manosphere. Okay, here, comic books. I debate a bit. Anime. I have a little bit of crypto. I have some Funko. Arguing online. And manosphere. I'm doomed. I am doomed. I'm probably the least attractive man in the world, right? Or one of them. So I'm doomed. Torrent disaster. My boyfriend's testicles were bitten off by a camel recently. Should I marry him when he wakes up from his coma? What? Girl, do whatever you want. Do whatever makes you happy. But man, I have a lot of these hobbies, so this is not gonna be great. Exactly. The least is manosphere. Women don't know what crypto is. That's why. I agree. Fishing is really low too. Fishing, they didn't put fishing in this. Haven't worked a day since. Okay. What hobbies? I was going to give their children the answer. Also cooked. I have a pretty good comic book collection. I'm cooked. What the fuck was that? Yep. Little boys needed this. Yeah. I get trolls sometimes. It is what it is. I don't care. It's fine. You know, better, troll comments than no comments, I guess. But yeah, I'm surprised gaming is not. It's like, really? Yeah, I'm surprised video games are not on here. That's weird. Why isn't video games at the top? Or close to the top? That's weird. I think that's weird. Yeah, I thought video games were at the top of the list. I mean, like, seriously? Why is comic books at the top of the list? That's unbelievable. And you know, I'm surprised that Manosphere is at the bottom of the list. This list is weird, right? I think this list is weird. And cosplay, I mean, do many men cosplay? I see more women do it. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah. I don't know. But interesting. This is what women think that are unattractive. It is what it is. Whatevs.
that ain't got a job, that got a.
But I want to say this. This is why I said, right? One of the things, the tenet to being the best version of yourself is that you don't give a shit. Okay? If you are on the journey to being the best version of yourself, it includes doing shit in life that makes you happy. Right? So I say being the best version of yourself, it breaks you from the shackles, right? The shackles of being desperate, right? Oh, I need women's validation. I need a girlfriend. I need a woman. I need to have sex. No, you are the best version of yourself. Shit like that don't matter. I'm not bothered by it. Okay, I don't care. I'm living life for myself. Okay, I'm living life for myself. That's the thing. That's why I say to be on the journey to being the best version of yourself, shackle yourself from desperation. You're not desperate for nothing. You're not desperate for anyone. Okay, you will focus on your happiness. And if that includes someone special, great. But we have a problem where we have, let's say, incels, right? They have nothing going for them. They have nothing going for their life. So all they think about is, oh, I need women. I need a woman. I need a woman. That's the problem, okay? Where you're desperate for women because you have nothing in life. So that is why I say be on your journey to be the best version of yourself. Included is, if you're the best version of yourself, you find your own happiness. Just like, you know what? Revenge, I mean, being, the best revenge is living the best life you have. That's what it is. Enjoy your life.
A couple kids from different baby daddies, and they want this type of man to provide a lifestyle that one, they daddy didn't provide for them, or their baby daddies didn't provide for them. So it's like,
hey, Evil Eddie. That's the thing. It is to each their own. But I just want everyone to find their happiness in life. Okay? Find your happiness in life.
you want this from a man, but are you actually adding to his life, or are you going to be taken away from his life? So it's like,
I think the women that are most vocal and loud about it, I need a nigga with this and the end with that and all of that, though, that's the indicator that a woman wants your money for herself. She wants to get things to attract other men. So I think that women that don't have to come to the internet or don't have to do certain things, they already attract men that are stable and that are established. So they don't need to go around saying, I need a man that makes six figures and be 6 feet tall and whatever the other six is. So I think we just have to pay attention to the caliber of woman, how she's saying it, who she's talking to kind of gauge, is this a woman that wants to take advantage of you or a woman that wants to assimilate with you?
I think it's more so his relationship with money. I mean, obviously, we need money to exist. So that goes without saying. I mean, he should be able to, take care of himself, his family, if he has children. But the relationship, and I think most of the time women are looking for the flashy things, the cars. And that to me screams.
That's amazing, Lenny. I love that. That's the thing where I meant, right? Like the breakup with my ex-girlfriend recently, that was the journey. That was the start of me, being on my journey to be the best version of myself. So yes, one of the tenets of being on your journey is not being shackled to the desperation of needing a woman.
Red flag. I look for men who are a little bit more subdued, a little bit more low key. They have like a better relationship with their money. They have investments. They have their money away in other things besides spending it on flashy things to attract women. So I think, we're so focused on the bag and the dollar, but it's how they handle it. They don't necessarily have to make a whole lot, but they have to have a good way to manage it.
Yeah. So you say if it's a man that's flashy, he's a red flag. But to me, when a woman brings up money, that's a red flag. If a woman got to ask you what you do, I don't know. I don't like that question. That's something a man should tell me what he does for a living. I'm not asking that question off the rip. So woman's asking you what you do, how much you make, all this type of money questions off the rip. I think that's a red flag. I'm sorry. Like,
I think that's the difference, Q. Asking somebody what they do versus asking what someone's salary is. That's different because you can ask what someone's contribution to society is. Like,
here's another interesting list. I don't know. I found this another interesting thing. I don't know if this, again, I'll say take all these things with a grain of salt, right? take all these things with a grain of salt because like there's no whatchamacallit, like source or anything. So I don't know if these are true, right? I don't know if these are right or wrong, but they may be interesting to look at, okay? You know, so playing video games, it's on this list. So, you know, playing video games, collecting figurines, magic tricks, online trolling, gambling, building model trains, taxidermy, comic book collecting, bird watching. You know, I mean, again, I mean, there's no source. There's no source material for these things. You know, like where's the source? But you know, yeah, I find it funny that women in general find geeky things unattractive. I saw this woman on a clip saying, you know, Pokemon is unattractive. I'm like, the fuck ever, right? Whatever. You know, enjoy what you want in life. Whiskey. I bought a Frederick Douglass and 2 signers of the Declaration of Independence. And oh, bro, historian. You like history? That's amazing. I love that. I love a bit of history too. I don't really collect history things, but I do like history. I do things. I do like antiques and stuff. Those are cool. Basically, anything that means you are spending money. You're spending your money intention on them. Yeah, I like bird watching.
What takes up most of your time in your life?
And that's it, right? You gotta think. What are women's hobbies? I mean, women barely have any hobbies to begin with. What is it? Social media, makeup? I mean, TV? It's like TikTok. It's like, seriously.
What do you give your life to? You know, if you're a plumber, maybe they want to talk about the pipes that you, well, let me not say that that's weird. But if you go straight to asking, you know, what your salary is, then you know that's self-serving. But I think that's 2 different things.
But you know, when women
what's the difference? What's the difference?
Well, if you ask someone what they do for a living, then that's something to start a conversation about. Like, what do you do on a day-to-day? How, like, let's say if someone is a doctor, you know, well, oh, wow, you're a surgeon. Like, then you can talk about how you saved a little boy's life. Or if you're an electrician, you can talk about how you almost fell off a pole or something like that, because it's
I'm saying, like,
what they do.
Let's be realistic. When you ask a person what they do, because nobody says this is what I make, right? In real life. When you ask a person what they do, usually you're deducing exactly what it is that they make because of their profession.
Exactly. Women
So
do that.
That's what I'm saying. What's the difference?
You mean like on dates? You said personally. You mean like
If you ask somebody what they do and they say I'm a corporate lawyer, you can pretty much guess
an estimation of what they make.
If you ask somebody what they do and they say that I'm a scrum master, if you ask somebody what they do and they say I'm a cybersecurity professional that's been doing it for about 12 years, if you ask somebody what they do and they say, hey, listen, and I'm in AI machine learning, you can pretty much deduce what their financial situation is like, right?
I think, well, yeah, but that's not the intention.
I do agree. Most are chaos goblins. Yes. That's what you do. Then Google up the average salary. They do. I agree. It's just another tactic, right? Just to figure out how much money you make.
You can't say that that's the intention, because if you don't ask what someone does on a day-to-day, someone could be jobless and doesn't pay any taxes, doesn't do a damn thing, and you don't know.
This is why I never ever trust a woman. Ever.
Why would somebody want to date someone? I mean,
because you're being disingenuous.
Dylan, you know.
Like I would rather a woman just tell me this. Listen, this is why. Like, just be for real. You know what I'm saying? If you could just keep it 100, we know that you smart enough to be able to ask what it is that you do, because you're also trying to solve for 2 things at one time. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it.
Hi, Rita.
Thank you.
You're always doing that, Q.
Dalen playing slow. Dalen, you know nowadays these women are asking men what they do because they're trying to figure out how much a man makes. And if they don't know the profession, they're going to Google. Okay, so that's what women are doing. Anytime women ask that, I know that's the incentive. That's what they're trying to figure out. How much does this man make?
Way of introducing healthy conversation should be reduced to what whores are doing. It's like, well, they're going to catch on, so we got to stop doing it. No, you can gauge if someone is actually asking you if what you do, because they give a damn about what you do on a day-to-day. I mean,
these women don't care. They want to know what they make.
Oh well, I didn't know we were talking about gold diggers. I thought we were talking about.
We're not talking about
we're
gold
talking about
diggers per
women
se.
wanting men
I'm
for their
saying that
resources.
women are smart enough to for
I'm
multiple
not
things.
denying it can be done. Sure, that can be something instead of just coming off too strong and saying, "Well, what's your annual salary?" If you want to bypass that and not come off like you're a gold digger of some sort, then you can, definitely ask what someone does so you can gauge what they.
I always tell guys, always understate exactly what you do. Always understate it. Always never tell a woman when you are successful, always underplay your hand.
But
That's why you gotta tell them you're an entrepreneur.
You always
no, don't say that. Just be like,
I'm an entrepreneur.
be on some regular shit. Just be on some real regular shit, some real like 50, 60K a year shit. And say something,
I'm a janitor at
even
McDonald's.
lower than that.
Yeah, I mean, she's not that. I mean, she's annoying.
Landscaper.
Yeah, just play it lower than that, but never, ever, ever. If you're not like a real visible person or where they can figure it out, like on Instagram or something like that, never tell a chick what you do, bro. Never, ever. Always downplay your shit 100% of the time.
And Molly, landscapers making money nowadays. I don't know what you talking about.
There?
Depending
I'm
where
not
you
saying
at.
they
Depending
don't,
where you
but
at.
women aren't going to be being extra thirsty for a landscaper the way they would a corporate lawyer.
Facts. 100%. But I always think that that's a setup question. Now, the smart women, I ain't going to give y'all that game, but I think that
give them the game.
The chick that asks you what you do, always downplay that shit.
That's why women should wait till he asks you what you do, and then you tell him it's okay. What about you? That's what you got to do.
Still asking.
No, but he opened the conversation up.
Oh, I
He
get
opened the question. Yeah, he started with the question, but that question, I don't know. That's a weird question for women to ask. There's so many other questions you can ask a man.
That's the thing where I hate where we are building a society where we are putting down blue collar men. Blue collar men are in high demand. They're making a good amount of money. Blue collar men, I hate how society is pushing or underestimating and putting down blue collar men. Right? Just like I said with the LeBron video. Why aren't we propping up men to, go into the blue collar industry, go into the like service industries, okay? Industries that, why do we need to outsource these jobs? Because if we outsource these jobs, we're paying these people less, right? Why aren't we having our own citizens taking up these jobs, these blue collar jobs, electricians, landscapers, plumbers, all these things, right? All these kind of jobs, farmers, whatever. We should have our own citizens taking up these jobs, filling up these positions, okay? So we are self-contained. And then if we need more, more people and we already doing good, then yes, then we may, take more people in. But it's like we are like belittling blue collar jobs. Oh, it's below us. It doesn't do nothing. That's like, I find that really sad. I really do.
To get to know him in different levels than just like that question off the rip.
I think if a man said, I had a tough time at work today, and he could be out for coffee, and you're like, oh, really? What do you do? That's a follow-up question to a statement. I think that's perfectly fine to ask. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Oh, you had a rough day at work.
Tell him you're a teacher. Tell him you're a teacher. You're a high school teacher.
That's commendable.
Cool.
You not fucking with no high school teacher. Come on now, let's keep it funky now. Let's say I teach third graders. You gonna give up the box? No.
Yes, they are. Listen, bro, if you could tell her that you're a teacher.
There's teachers that are married.
If you can tell her that you're a teacher and you can still knock her down, then that's you're a winner.
Have women asked you guys off the rip that question, and how did you take it? Men. Not all y'all speaking once.
They don't know because they taking them for coffee. So they don't even show up. They don't even know.
I ain't taking them for coffee. I'm taking them to Starbucks.
That's coffee.
So what I'm talking about. They serve more than coffee. I'm just
Starbucks get a little expensive though. Like
you ain't lying.
Starbucks is expensive.
You
I don't
ain't
even drink
lying.
coffee.
But it pushes the conversation forward.
To expose you're a liar.
Okay, so I lied about working at Walmart. What difference?
Now a woman can't trust to move forward with you because if you'll lie about your profession, you'll
That's
make
a fact.
criminal background. They lie about
Women always be crying
I
about
guess
liars.
the thing that
You know what? My money, I put my money right in investments. Okay? I put my money in investments. You know what? Let's do this, right? For all my for all the ones that are still here, let's play it. Let's do this game. I want, like, you guys are my I love you guys. I love you guys. So let's do something else, right? Let's check out something else. Let's talk about some stocks. Let's talk about, you know what? This is the thing where you guys are my brothers, right? You guys are my fams. I love you guys. This is something that, you know what? We are almost 2 hours. So this is the tail end of the stream. So let's do this, right? I've said this before, okay? That I'm on my journey to being the best version of myself. I'm on my journey to being the best version of myself. One of the things that I believe to being the best version of yourself is finances. Finances, okay? Now, Whiskey saying, like, all my money is in annuities and government pensions. I no longer live the more I'm worth. This is a thing where you put your money wherever you think that is best for you. And in my opinion, my brothers, what you need to do is invest. Invest. Put that money to work for you. Put that money to work for you. I make, right? I don't make nothing, right? I don't make much from social media. My salary is about 40K. 40K, that's nothing. The average median for men is about 50. So I make under that. Imagine that. I make under that. But thanks to living below my means, thanks to being disciplined, thanks to being the grind, working smart, I pay my bills, anything extra, right? And I put money into investments. I urge my brothers, invest, sacrifice your present so your future can be amazing. Sacrifice your present so your future can be amazing. I have became 6 figures thanks to that sacrifice, thanks to that mindset. I do not make much. My earning is shit. Okay? My earnings is shit. I don't do trading. I don't trade, right? I don't trade. I invest. Companies that I've had for years, okay? Palantir. I had that for, 5, 6 years. Okay? I do not trade because it's gambling, right? It's like trading I'm not good at, so I don't do that, right? Robinhood, SoFi, Facebook, right? Facebook. I wish I put more money in that motherfucker. I implore my brothers, invest. You should be on your journey to be the best version of yourself, and that includes investing. Please invest. I sacrificed myself, so in 5 years, I'm hoping 5 years, I will be a millionaire. Right? On my grind, I hope so. Westgate, thank you. I mean, like, this is the thing. I'm gonna sacrifice my present, right? My here and now, so the future, right? The future me can succeed and be happy. So yes, invest. I invest in my future, right? I invest so the future man, right? The future me will be happy. Will be able to pay himself, be able to do that. So I implore all my brothers. That is one of the keys, right? Not just physically, not just mentally, but financially. Okay? Create the life so you can live the best life. Right? And that includes financially. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you. This is the thing. And it's not like this is the thing where it's not like, oh, I'm anyone special. I tell you guys how much I make. 40K, nothing. Right? I don't make much. I don't make anything. I don't really make much from the whole YouTube thing. No, it's like pennies. It's nothing. And my earnings, it's nothing as well. It's the discipline. It's the grinding. That's the thing. I haven't been on a date. I haven't been on a date in what? 4 years, 5 years? I haven't been on a date in years. I haven't been spending money. And you see all these geeky shit? I haven't bought anything in years as well. All I did was pay bills and invest. That is it. That is it, what I did for years. So not many people can sacrifice, right? Can sacrifice their life right now for their life in the future. Not many people can do that. But my brothers, I love you guys, so I'm telling you guys, right? I love you guys, so I'm telling you this. If you haven't done it already, you have to do it. If you haven't done it already, you have to do it. Because think about this. I keep on promoting. We need to like take off the shackles of life, where you're not desperate for women. You're not desperate for, oh, I need happiness. I'm depressed. I'm sad and shit like that. No. Don't do that. Right? Don't do that. Yeah, I mean, like, seriously, I do a lot of things to save, budget. All those things are very important. All the things, saving, budgeting, all those things, it is very important for me. So that's what I do, right? So I just want to show you this, is that it's the journey. It's the journey, and it's a hard journey. It's a hard journey. So this is why I wanted to do this. I'm down. I'm down. I'll probably will do it. I probably will do it. I'll probably start a I probably will do a live where I'm talking more about investing, talk about more my my what I did, my journey of it, because it's important. I want more of my brothers to wake up, right? To really jump forward, to see the possibilities. I'm telling you, I don't make anything. I make like nothing, okay? Nothing special. It's the discipline. This right here, this is 6 years of work, right? This wasn't yesterday. It wasn't yesterday. 6 years. So definitely not easy. Definitely not easy. But I wanted to show this is because I want my brothers, right? I'm telling you guys, right? I actually care for you guys. Because I think you guys are amazing. Your love, your support, show me that, you know what? You guys are amazing people. So I want to be here to tell you guys, please do this. Please go about. My best stock was my worst stock for 20 years. GE. Yes, General, yep, GE. It was a dog. Yeah. And that's the thing. I had stocks I have for like 5 years. It was doing terrible for me. And that's the journey. That's the amazingness. Okay? That's why I invested, because I'm hoping this amount will turn into $1 million in 5 years. That's my journey. I'm going to still be grinding. I'm still, still be disciplined. I'm going to sacrifice the here and now for the future. I'm going to push it. So that's what I'm doing. And this is why I'm telling you guys, please do it, right? Please do it. You guys, I want all my brothers to succeed. All my brothers to succeed. All my brothers to be 6-figure men. All my brothers to be financially stable, financially well off, right? Whether it's 6 figures or not, okay? Even having 10K, 20, 30 in your investment, that's better than nothing. That's better than nothing. Financial freedom, exactly. Having financial freedom, that is what's important, right? I'm not being shackled to pay bills. I'm not being shackled, because before this, right? I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was having negatives in my bank account. I was having zeros, okay? Zeros and negatives in my bank account. I'm no one special. It only took discipline. It was hard work. 6 years of hard work. 6 years of discipline. 6 years of sacrifice. So don't think that, oh my God, you had it easy. You had it easy. That's why. No. No one was giving me shit. No one was giving me a handout. It was sacrifice. And I'm telling you guys because I want my brothers to gain financial freedom. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I wanted to, talk a little bit about, because I love you guys. I really do, right? I really think you guys are amazing people, right? Because like, you got to be amazing, right? To support some nobody like me, to, hang out with me. I see you guys as friends. So that is why I'm saying the shit I'm saying. So I hope you guys would, listen to it, take it to heart, and think, see what you guys feel about it, because I do love you guys. I do love you guys. Lenny, still a journey, never ending, right? So you gotta keep working. Us as men, this is the thing where us as men, okay, we do not have the luxury. We do not have the luxury of just coasting, okay? I'm like, my two sisters, right? My two sisters. One sister has married a husband that's a dentist, 6-figure dentist, right? She's a housewife. She's a housewife, okay? So she married a dentist who's earning 6 figures, right? That man is earning 6 figures. He's providing for her. My other sister, the guy's he does glasses and stuff, right? She's a housewife, right? She's a housewife who has a side job, a part-time job. He's providing for her. We are men. Who's going to provide for us, right? Who is providing for us? Nobody. Us as men, if we don't do it ourselves, nobody will. This is why I've said this before, where we have an epidemic of guideless, directionless men. Men that we have a high self-deletion rate. We have so many incels, so many men that are struggling, so many men that are having a difficult life, so many men don't know what to do with life, so many men that don't know how to go about life, and that is the issue. That is the problem. Okay, we have to pick ourselves up and get it done. Nobody is going to come for us. No one is coming to our rescue. Right? That is the difficulties of being a man. For a woman, a bum, if she's a loser, there will still be a man that comes to her rescue. There will still be a man that comes to a bum of a woman to rescue her. A woman that has 8 kids, fat, ugly, there's still a man that comes to her fucking rescue, right? There's still a simp, still a beta ass man that will come to our fucking rescue. Us as men, who's coming to our rescue? Nobody. Nobody's saving you, right? Nobody's coming to save Lenny. Nobody's coming to save, Whiskey. No one's been coming to save Big Bars. No one's coming to save Eddie. No one's been coming to save Laughing Man. Nobody, right? Us as men, we don't have that luxury. No woman is coming to save us. That's the reality that all men need to understand. So if you don't push yourself, nobody will give a shit. No one will give a shit if you fail. Nobody. No one will give a shit. Like the highest homeless population is men. Men are at the bottom. Men are at the bottom of the totem pole. Men are the people that are being shitted on. Men have the highest, self-deletion rate. Men have the highest homeless rate, right? Men are at the bottom of every fucking thing. If you don't push yourself, no one will. If you don't care for yourself, nobody will. Okay? Women will not be with you if you are a loser. Okay? Particularly if you're a loser in every category. If you're ugly, you're fat, you're short, you're poor, you're weak, you're awkward. You think you have anything? No. No, you are bottom of the totem pole. So we as men need to understand. This is why I want to support my brothers. I want to tell you, at the very least you could do is be at your best financially. That's the least you can do, right? And this content, right, the manosphere content is helping you being at least the best mentally, right? This right here helps you be the best mentally, at the best, right? Or being a part of it. So this is the thing, my brothers. I want you guys to be at your best. I support you guys. I'm proud of you guys. I I believe in you guys. You guys are my brothers. I want the best for you guys. All right? Yeah, we are at the bottom of everything. Whiskey, you are amazing. I think the self-deletion all the time. I think it is about combat in Iraq. Brother, do not, okay? Everyone in here, I love you guys. Do not think like that, right? You know, one of the things, one of the reasons why I created this channel, right? One of the reasons why I created a channel, when I learned that men had the highest self-deletion rate. That is when I created this channel. When I created this channel is when I learned that. I was like, seriously? When I was younger, I wanted to do that. When I was younger, I wanted to do that. And I was like, no. I had to think to myself, bro, it's either you do it or you fucking wake up or you fucking move on, right? You pick yourself up. No one is helping you out. No one's going to pick you up. Please, right? Please. You gotta pick yourself up, right? You gotta move on. You got to persevere. And this is one of the things why I created this channel, is that I want to create the support system, right? I want to create a support system in saying that, bro, Whiskey, you are my brother. I love you. I'm proud of you. Keep fighting. Keep moving on. All of us, right? I care for every one of you guys. Every one of you guys I care for. This is the thing where it's not just because, oh, it's fucking on the internet, right? It's on the internet. It's like, he doesn't give a shit. He's just saying it for views. He's just saying it so you can subscribe, or he's just saying it for you to donate. I don't give a shit if you don't donate. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you don't donate. I don't give a shit if you don't subscribe. Okay? Because I know, as a man myself, we are at the bottom of the totem pole. No one gives a shit about us. No one gives a shit about us. I'm not doing this so I can get views, so I can get clicks, so I can get millions and millions of followers. No, I'm not. Because I know men are struggling. I know good men are struggling. I know we are struggling. No one cares about us, neither men nor women. This is why I created my channel, because I fucking cared about you guys. I hated that we as men are being shitted on by the world. I hate that the world is shitting on us. Just because you're a man, no one cares. Just because you're a man, you're the bottom of every fucking thing. Right? This is why I created my channel. Because I want to show my love and support. Being a man shouldn't be like just automatically you are shit, right? Automatically you are a dog to the world. No. So this is why I'm saying that, my brothers, I love you. Okay? We don't get that enough. I support you. You guys are amazing. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you guys for getting up every day and pushing forward. I'm proud of you guys for every day getting up and pushing forward. Not letting the world not letting the world bring you down. Not letting the world shackle you, right? My brothers, I do love you guys. I'm proud of you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for like being amazing people. Okay? You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Lenny, amazing. Pimping ain't easy. It ain't easy. This is a thing where we as men, we have to persevere. It's hard. It's so hard. No one cares about us. No one is there. And this is why this is why I want to push my brothers to be better. Right? I want to push my brothers to know that you are not fucking alone. Yes, I'm a guy online, but this is the thing. Before I made this channel, I came home every day. Well, I'm telling you guys, right? I'm telling you guys right now. You guys saved me. You guys right here, you guys saved me. After my breakup, right, with my girl, I was down. I was like so depressed. After my breakup with my girl, I was depressed. I was in debt. My bank account was zero. Bank account was negative. I was lonely. Came home every day. I'm talking to myself. I had nothing to do. I didn't know what to do. I created this channel. People like you guys, right, got on my live, start talking to me, start watching my shit, start supporting me. You guys have saved my fucking mental, right? You guys saved me. I 100% saying this right now. You guys saved me. It was so hard, right? You think that you're just people online, just like words on the screen. No, knowing that there's someone there, at least know your fucking face. At least know that you're there. At least know that your name, your word, whatever. It saved me. Okay. That is why I'm honest when I say that you guys are amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the love, for the support, for just fucking like watching my shit, right? For just thinking that, oh, you know what? Just thank you guys, right? So I can't express how humble I am for you guys, for your guys' support, for you guys even being there. This is why I say that I love you guys. You guys are amazing. So, you know, DA, the greatest quote I've ever heard him from a movie, but I live by that every day. And the quote is from Rocky Balboa, if you know the quote. Yes. Which quote was it? For the last time. We do have to stick together. It basically says it's not how hard you can hit, but how much you could take and get up and keep moving forward. What you think about is about it. That's great advice. That's what it means to be a man. That's what it means to be a man. Okay? The world will fucking shit on you. But you will get back up. You guys will get back up. I believe in you guys. I trust. I'm proud of you guys. We as men, the world will shit on us. The world will shit on us. The world won't care about us. That is it. The world doesn't care. But we get back up. This is why I've said it. I'm proud of you guys. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. I really do. Right? I love you guys. So, you guys are amazing, right? I mean it when I say I love you guys. I mean it when I say you guys are my brothers. My brothers. Right? I mean it. All right, guys. I'm done with my rant, my tirade at the end, right? Because you know what? This is why I'm glad I saved it to the end, because these are the people that, you know what? I know I love, right? These are the people I know I love. These are the people I know I care about. You guys are amazing. I can't express it anymore, right? I can't express it any different. You guys are amazing. I love you guys, all right? Evil Eddie, Lenny, Laughing Man, Whiskey, you know, Big Bars. Patricia was here. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Who else? Who else? I want to say Sham. I love you guys. I really do. You know, that's why I don't mind. You know, this is why I do these lives, so I can, you know that you guys are here with me every time I'm doing these lives, because I love you guys. I really do. Whiskey, I love you. I love you. Weaponry. Let's see who else. Who else should I shout out? You guys are so amazing. You know, I can't say as much how much you guys mean to me. All right. Trees. Gear, anyone else, you know, I think you guys are amazing. So if I forgot any other shout outs, you know, it is. I love you guys. Just think I had meet me in the Key West in our lives. You could have already loved me for bro, you're crazy. Whiskey, you know, this is a thing where I view as my brother, right? I view as my brother, not because of whatever money you send, right? So you don't even need to think like that. You are an amazing person, right? Regardless, you know. So you guys are amazing. Planet, dang, bro. Even the Asian brothers feeling it too. Are Asian men being neglected by Asian women for real? This is a thing where I'll say this, right? I've dated mostly black women, but regardless, this is a thing where at the end of the day, us as men, regardless of race, us as men are average men. We are treated like shit. So I support all men. You guys are amazing. I support all good men, and I view you guys as good men, as amazing men. So I'm proud of you guys. I love you guys. So know that I support you guys. All right. Thank you everyone for coming by the live. You guys are amazing. I love you. See you guys in the next live. All right. Later, guys. Later. Hope you guys have a good Memorial Day. Whiskey, you're crazy. You're crazy, Whiskey. All right, guys. Later.